I just thought that because of the severity of the injury that Tatum suffered a couple years ago, Jaylen Brown is the perfect insurance for a guy like that. I'm like pretty certain, given the advanced, technology and medicine and where we're at on that side of sports in the recovery and the rehabbing, I'm pretty certain and pretty confident that he's going to come back pretty much 90% of the same player, in my opinion. But I don't want to just ignore that 10%. This is a taller forward. This is a guy that thrives on being very fluid off the dribble, getting to the cup, the step back threes on either foot. I would have just loved to see, if you were so contingent on moving Jaylen, I would have given Tatum at least a year. A year to get back into that 1A superstar, megastar franchise guy role. Just because I just feel like it's a lot of pressure. And if you take into account Paul George's cloudy, availability, him missing games, like, because you can pencil in Paul George to miss at least 20 games. That's just where he's at right now in his career, if I'm really being brutally honest. So I just thought that you're putting a lot of pressure on Tatum. I actually loved all the moves they had made prior to the Jaylen Brown move. Picking up Mitchell Robinson for a really, really good value contract, 3 year, $47.4 million deal with a player option in the third season. That's a guy that played a vital role in limiting Victor Wembanyama in the NBA Finals. And then to double down on that, you get these two athletic swing guys and Chris Knock Jr., Dylan Mitchell. I thought those guys, even in summer league, those guys were really, really impactful on both ends of the floor, blocking shots, getting in the passing lane, getting in transition. I thought those guys, they perform really, really well. Those are the type of guys that I think you need to surround Tatum with now. Especially after his injury, you need some athletes, need some juice to get dirty on the floor, rebound, defend. I just think that we needed some more physicality. We needed some more juice on these Celtic squads the past couple years. It feels like we've been a little manhandled by some of these physical teams the past couple years. The Sixers, the Knicks the year prior. So I do like Brad Stevens' vision in terms of the pieces he wants to surround Tatum with. I mean, this is a pretty well balanced Celtics team. I am excited for some of the Tatum and Paul George minutes. Paul George is still one of the league's best defenders. Gets in the passing lanes. Like, when his role is reduced and he doesn't have to take 15, 16 shots a night, if he's just keying in defensively, he can still win you ball games just from that component and facet of the game. I think Tatum is also a variant of Paul George. I think a lot of those guys are really similar to the archetype that PG is, two-way impactful guy. I just think that Tatum is going to be able to get some game from PG on both sides of the floor. So I'm